Let's go, big dog.
I can close all these out.
Hey, you should be doing Matcherino reads.
I've been pushing the hell out of when I can.
But we gotta say, like, when the people gave the money, you know.
Leave this up here.
What? What's that, Chris? Whatever, I won't put it here.
Oh, now what?
What?
We have two people in the same cam.
We do have 2 days.
You want to fix it? I don't know what to do. You guys are working on that.
So we could change it in the. We could change it on the box if we.
Yeah, change on the box. We did unplug it, plug it back in. Dave's one. Josh should be 3. Josh should be 3. There we go.
It's not reading the capture again.
All right.
Oh, the capture disappeared again.
What?
The capture's disappeared again. The capture card disappeared.
Okay. Get the players in.
The player, everything's set. Once the OBS turns on, or sorry, the Elgato, it disappeared.
You can turn studio mode off. I don't care.
Multi-view. It turned off again.
Shaw's this camera. Maybe are they all a little bit stuttery right now?
Isn't it that one? Security cam?
No.
You know what to do, did you?
Yeah, the gameplay capture disappeared again.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
So he's trying to connect the Elgato, reconnect again.
All right. Somebody put something
There we
else
go.
here. I had it in here.
I unplugged it and replugged it. It keeps disconnecting. The gameplay captures.
is Dave 9 and Ninja 8.
Yeah, Ninja 8, 9.
What do you have to do in this? You put a dot.
You good, Biz? I gotta go.
All right.
It's 5 versus 12 together.
All right. Thank you for your patience. Phoenix, thank you for your patience. Chat, we are back. I think we have a stream again, and we got 4 players up on the stage. The number 9 seed, Big Dave, versus the number 8 seed, Ninja. The number 12 seed, Jaws, fan favorite, versus the number 5 seed, Jordan. And you also notice that little thing in the bottom right-hand corner, that's our Matcherino. We still have some free coupon codes available, and we're also looking for donations to give to our top players today at the Game On Expo, CTWC Desert Regional. We'll give our players about another 30 seconds here to warm up. And go ahead and seat up, players. We will be using same piece sets. All right, chat, it's saying my mic is garbled. How are we? All right, go ahead and seat up, players.
On the stream, I can't listen to it because my phone's being used.
All right, players ready? Thumbs up. Let's count them down to Phoenix. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris!
For the Nintendo 64 tonight, if you want to get signed up, head on down to the Retro World Series tournament. Get signed up for Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 64, starting at 4:30.
All right, Up top, Ninja with an early 1 Tetris lead. Big Dave working his stack up, knocks down the Tetris to tie this up, knocks down a second. At the bottom, Jaws looking to clip a little bit of garbage before getting into scoring position. Jordan's board's a little mountainous, but that's what you expect in the region. Knocks down a Tetris for a 3 Tetris lead early on. Close one up top, Ninja only behind by 1,200 points, knocks down a Tetris, so as they say in our scene, neck and neck. Meanwhile, Jaws is falling further and further behind, trying to get out of this dig. He's like, nah, I got this, Bidwell. Shut your mouth. Now he's 1 Mino short of a Tetris, but this will let him in a scoring position once he can score it. At top, Ninja's ahead 40,000. All right, Jaws, we got this. There we go, we're gonna work center well here. Column 5 Tetris well open for Jaws. Jordan increasing his lead. I think we've all felt Jaws' game from time to time. We just can't quite get it to fit just right. Takes the triple. Up top, Ninja opening up a 2 Tetris lead on number 9, Big Dave. All right, Jaws in scoring position. Boom, Tetris for Jaws, let's friggin' go. Ninja still maintaining a 2 Tetris lead at the top, has 2 lines to deal with to get back to scoring position. How quickly can he burn this away? He's gonna turn that into a 4-line solve, and now he's back to a clean board. Big Dave covering as well, uncovering it, back to scoring position, and we'll cut this lead in half with the next line piece. With the next line piece. There it is, Tetris for Big Dave. Now Jaws is feeling it, scored some Tetrises, now he's back in the groove, knocks down another. Ninja, 2 Tetris lead up top still. See, told you Jaws would get back into this. Pretty clean game up top. Ninja's maintaining that lead, but now Big Dave with the next Tetris will take that lead. Look at that, 418-point difference here through 108 lines for the players up top. Ninja set a dirty Tetris, Ninja. Misshifts the Z right after that dirty Tetris. But maybe we'll set up another. And just like that, the setup is ready. Look at this, tie score at the top. Ninja takes a 1 Tetris lead exactly. Is he going to maintain that dirty well? He will not. He's going to try to transfer this over, but look how much garbage is stacked on top of his Tetris well on the right. Kudos to Jaws for surviving this. That's awfully frustrating to go through, and he's going to hit transition here in 10 lines. 465 transition for Ninja up top with a very slight lead. Big Dave 5 lines away, so there's a slight advantage in pace for Big Dave. And Dave's safety triples into level 19 at 468. So again, tie game at the top, just the pace difference. 552 transition for Jordan, really good score. But Jaws has got nothing to lose, so he's going to go for every single point possible. Just let it all hang. Dave behind a Tetris, getting clean. Ninja, the trash is starting to pile up here. Now Dave's going to work on some trash. So 26,000 points separate the two players, less than a Tetris. Back at the bottom, Jordan cruising along here at 671 through 166 lines, setting up a column 9 Tetris, bangs it down. Jaws getting a little bit of danger. DAS players don't like to go much higher than halfway up the board at level 19 speed. And that'll do it. Dave takes game 1 at the bottom, GG's. Meanwhile, at the top, Ninja still has the lead. That was a dirty Tetris, I believe. Those are going to be critical here coming down the stretch. It's a 10-line advantage for Big Dave. Behind a Tetris and a half, but 2 clean boards as we head down the home stretch. You guys can go at the bottom when you are ready. Ninja pushing that lead up to 3 Tetrises now. 25 lines to go for Ninja. 34 lines to go for Big Dave. Ninja with that disadvantage is going to have to score every point. Jordan, Jaws ready to go? Ninja with the clean board here at 212 lines. Dave in a dig mode. Big Dave with the big dig. Meanwhile, Ninja at 793 with 10 lines to go. Yep. At the bottom, count them down in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Ninja down to his last line before 29. He's going to build something up sneaky here. Dave down 133,000 points.
Under 5 minutes, we're going to be starting our Super Smash Bros. Tournament for the Nintendo.
Ninja's going to top out at 839. Dave needs an awful lot of points here. He's going to need some 29 play.
Please sign up for Smash 64 starting at 4:30.
Big Dave is not going to be able to hang that out. Ninja takes game number 1. Back to the bottom. Much better start for Jaws this time. Virtually tied. Takes the lead with that Tetris. Guys ready up top? All right, count them down up top in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Is it best of 3 or 5?
5. Zero points along the top, neither pressing down for that extra point. At the bottom, Jaws with the 1 Tetris lead, 2 clean games. And in fact, Jordan has got some issues to clean up here. This is gonna give Jaws a chance to push his lead even more. 3 lines solved for Jordan at the bottom. Now he's behind 70,000 points. Back up top, Ninja behind by Tetris and a dirty, dirty board. Dustier than a windy night in Phoenix. But Big Dave creating a double well situation. Back at the bottom, Jaws playing awfully well. 62% Tetris rate, ahead by nearly 2 Tetrises. Jordan has an overhang of a Mino hole. So he's gonna fill it in this way. So several lines to get back to the bottom to scoring position. Are you keeping score? Ninja creating a level column 5 Tetris well, then covering it up. But kudos to Jaws coming back after that suffer game in game 1, keeping that Tetris lead. Any given block, as we say in Tetris.
All right, we'll be starting in about 10 minutes, so sit tight.
Big Dave pushing that lead to 43,000 points. Like that, Jaws has been keeping that Quaid well open. He's gonna close it up. Go back to the right.
Why don't I make this just chat?
That's fine.
It's just about like eating a bandwidth.
I like the adjustment from Ninja there, creating the square to hole to fill in with seeing the square coming up. Oh, he hangs the S. Ninja in some trouble here up top. Working his way back down. Meanwhile, Big Dave, calm as ever. Ninja getting down through his issues. But Dave's going to extend that lead. At the bottom, Jaws falling behind by 1 Tetris, but he's in very good shape heading to transition. From all that digging that Jordan had to do, he's ahead by several lines. Transition to 472 for Jordan. .429 transition for Jaws. Here we go. $45,000 point lead for Jordan. He's going to work on a Tetris well. No, he's not. He's going to close it down. Jaws playing it safe here at the bottom at the level 19 speed. That's not a sentence you hear too often with Jaws playing anything safe. He's going to move down the tower. Oh, and he's going to top out, and Jordan takes game number 2. Meanwhile, at the top, 382, 338. Couple of suffer games here. But Big Dave up by 2 Tetrises. Ninja not going to hang that over, and we've tied it up. Big Dave takes game 2. Go ahead and seat up. We'll do a simul start. All right, let's count them down in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. All right, 1-1 up top, 2-0 at the bottom. We have a tie score at top, 50,540 points. As they look at each other like the stare down. And again, Jaws early with the early 1 Tetris lead. Another set of very close games. $60,000 point lead for Dave, about a half Tetris up top. At the bottom, Jordan has gone to about just over a Tetris lead. But you see that Vitz gap there. The problem with the Vitz is you got to get the line. Oh, and he gets the 2 lines there. He creates his own RNG. Nice fractal RNG there, Jordan. Jaws board looking awfully bumpy. Can he fill in these gaps? One at a time. Oh, he hangs the Z, and that's gonna do it for Jaws. Jordan has advanced. Oh, that's fun. There's Netris champs for you. More than I can handle. Is it starting over?
I think it started.
Well, okay. Barrett, are those scores accurate?
Yeah.
Okay. Another close one. This you'd expect this with their 8-9 matchup. Ninja with a 465 transition. Big Dave gonna get about a 520 after that triple into 19. Both players keeping their boards low heading into the 50% speed increase. Ooh, Ninja hangs. Can't get it over, and Big Dave's gonna take game 3. Oh. I think it's because Ninja's on commentary and playing at the same time. Seat up, guys. Thumbs up on the right, thumbs up on the left. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Lots of S starts. Dave handled it quite well. Ninja causes some trash early. Thanks, bro. Needed that.
Right there.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Steve.
Little ASMR.
Oh,
Give it
jeez.
to 'em. Need water?
Yes. Early lead for Dave. Bless Total Radness. Bring me a water. Give me the shoulder rub. This is a monster start here for Big Dave. 80% Tetris rate. Knocks down another. Ninja looking at himself on the screen, I guess. With the influx of kids and teens into our scene, it's always good to see, people closer to my age, like Big Dave, taking the game up and scoring well. So Team Old Guy for the win. I do have to say, that's a magnificent dark beard. No gray to be seen anywhere there. One and a half Tetris lead for Dave, 40 lines in. And that beautiful sloping board on the left. It's just high on the left, low on the right. Double wide well if necessary. Looking for a piece to fill that Mino. Got it. Dave now just waiting for a line. Now he's going to cover as well. So Ninja has a chance to make up some ground. Oh, Ninja hangs the square on the left. He can get it down a little bit more. Can he get something? Ninja. No, Ninja's going to top out. Dave's going to advance to round number 1. GG's Dave. Let's go.
You will be playing on silver bracket. So when you're available to do that.
All right, so up next on stage, number 7 Rev versus number 10 WD, and then a fun one, number 6 Barrett versus number 11 Game Scout. You and Ninja?
What?
You and Ninja take over?
You getting on break?
I guess he needs to be on silver.
Sorry about the delay.
I have to play silver too.
Oh, okay.
You go silver first then.
Okay.
They told you to go over there?
The ladies start checking in.
So I have my
If you're
phone.
here for
Can you
this
take
match-
over
if you're
for a
here
bit?
this
I got my
match
phone
tonight,
up to do
please head to the
scorekeeping.
desk.
I haven't been getting scores, I just been putting ones in. But
I think we,
When I call your name, please raise your hand so I can hear it. We have the rules on the big screen right now. Take a picture of it.
Stinger, take it off, man. We don't need
We'll
that.
go over them a little bit.
it caught up.
I don't, yeah, that's why.
I won't
If
do
you
it.
do need to
I'll do it
leave,
between games.
please let us know so we can adjust the ground accordingly, whether it's to go to the restroom or you want to drop out. We definitely don't want you to drop out.
Subia!
If you have to, please let us know.
Dude,
Big
but the
Sam,
seed was rough.
have you been here all day? No.
I don't know if I'm gonna do well, but we'll see how it goes.
Good luck.
Go to your guy. Still not omnipresent. Chosen Chozo. Chosen Chozo for Smash. Not here. Rubicon. Lovely name. Lovely name for Smash. Yes, you're not here. Purple Princess. Purple Princess for Smash. Not here. Sixes. SG7557. Not here. Sharky. Berserker. Berserker for Smash. Not here. God Eater. Dino Loves Cola. Super Bro. Super Bro for Smash. Not here. James Manarelli. Actually, the Tough Slacks. Tough Slacks. RG. RG for Smash. Not here. JRG. Not here. Copper. Stockatron. Did Stockatron go? Cowboy. J-Ron. J-Ron for Smash. Not here. X111 Vampire. Sorry. Coda. Coda for Smash.
Okay, everyone, we're gonna go ahead and get started in the next round of games, finishing up round number 1.
Eata for Smash. Eata. Pelko. Pelko for Smash. Not here.
We have a Game Scout seated at number 11, facing Barrett seated at number 6. A Suitcase Tapper also has his signature shades. And the bottom we have Rev seated at number 7 versus WD Subia seated at number 10. WD Subia, former tapper, now roller.
Forgiven one for Smash. Not here.
And you have here Ninja, who just got eliminated in round 1 against the great Big Dave.
McLovin.
So,
Melvin Canucks.
he'll be top 8.
Okay. You think it'll be okay if I do one set with him? Setting up
You can probably do a match with him, and then you give him
Peter
one.
Griffin.
Then you'll get all the stars.
Is there anybody else who didn't hear your name called?
True.
As long as you run the OBS.
I got it.
So maybe don't switch to the 2-player state.
I think it should be
Because
okay.
it caught up into that crazy touch-up thing.
Okay.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw some
It's like
flashes.
crazy.
Because I think if I do it with the...
Okay, test it right now.
There you go. Oh, I see what you mean.
So yeah, I mean, just don't switch out of this.
Because
Like, we'll do that when we like start a new match or something, like when it's just the 2 players.
Oh, okay. I get what you mean.
We don't need that.
Because like...
Did you take the stinger out?
Yeah. It stopped the stutter also. It
Is
stopped
there
the
anyone else
stutter.
that didn't hear their name
Yeah.
called before we started?
I was also thinking,
So,
because you know how in the beginning you're talking about like what kind of PC you need.
introduce your first opponent. Don't
Stuff.
mind her.
I think
Picture the second
It's
bracket.
something, yeah.
You still
We
have
have to make it
opportunity
over.
to advance
For
to the
this
tournament.
I'll make, yeah, for me to
Two
carry
of
around.
the matches in the initial rounds, 3 out of 5.
Oh.
Dreamland only 4 spots.
Okay, let them go ahead and finish up their warm-ups, and we'll go ahead and start game number, the last sets of round 1 games.
Start your matchup. We will tell you what station to go to. That station has a number on top of the TV. That will be your station number. So, let's get started.
Okay, players get seated up, and we'll start very soon. And also for any of the viewers watching on stream, as well as any people here in the crowd, if you want to, please contribute to the Matcherino, exclamation Matcherino on the chats. So we can get some money for these players here. Okay, do we have a thumbs up from all players before we go ahead and start? Thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay, we got a thumbs up on the top. And bottom, thumbs up. Okay, WD, everyone is all ready. So everybody, we're gonna start the last round of round one matches. Game number 1 starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Same piece sets have been confirmed. Already a spin there by Barrett.
Station 5.
And there's a Tetris for WD Subia. Rev having a few pushdown points, so has a 75 points lead, and now they're virtually tied, almost tied. And there's a little bit of a hang there on the tee for WD Subia, but is going to do his best to try to get this board situated, taking some of the burns, get the well back. Barrett's board's already kind of up there, while Game Scout's board is nice and clean. How is Barrett going to get out of the situation? He is down stacking. Will he be able to get out of this? Okay, it looks like he will be. He is getting the right pieces. Nice burn. One more burn to open up column 3 for him. Oh, early top out on the bottom. I was trying to look at Barrett's cleanup, and it looks like there was an early top out for WD Subia. So game number 1 goes to Rev. Are we ready in the bottom? Yes? Okay, so let's go ahead and start game number 2 for them in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Shark King and Vampire, you're on station 8.
The push down points for Rev, getting those little push down points as he can. Now Game Scout's a little bit of a situation, but easily resolves it with those burns. And then set up for a Tetris. Barrett blocks the well the moment the long bar shows. Story of my life. So let's see if we could get out of this.
How were you connected to the internet on CT2?
My hotspot.
On the main stage,
My phone is over there.
let's
It's
have
over there.
Hadley
It's like
and
not
James
streaming.
Canarelli on the
Oh
main
yeah,
stage.
it keeps turning off and on.
Oh, really? You have to like reboot it or anything?
No, I just my
James
data
Canarelli.
was a lot in Washington last week.
Where'd you go,
We're
James?
recording.
You were just here. You go back to sleep.
Okay, on the top, it looks like Game Scout is about 3.5 Tetrises in the lead. And we're about to reach halfway towards transition. Barrett's board has a little bit of some situations. Gonna need to continue some burning to get his board situated before transition, which they are about halfway there. WD Subia gets a Tetris. About half a Tetris in the lead now. Rev setting is set up for a Tetris, waiting for the long bar. There it is, and there's a Tetris. Neck and neck game very on the top. They're going to just be alternating leads from there.
Let's have Stockatron.
There's a long bar, there's a Tetris for Rev, taking about, again, a very neck and neck game on the bottom. Barrett's board needs a few more burns to try to get out of that situation. Probably is going to set up for maybe something dirty. No, going to go ahead and take a double, a burn and a triple. They are experiencing a bit of a drought now. Let's see how they handle it. So there was a 15-piece drought. None of them were able to use a long bar for a Tetris. But the next long bar, Scout was able to get a Tetris as well. So Scout taking this dominant 4, about roughly 5 Tetris lead now against Barrett. Yeah, 269,000 points for Game Scout, 161,000 points for Barrett. And the bottom, we have 249,000 points for Rev and 220,000 points for WD Subia. Rev is taking the lead by about a Tetris and change. William is going to need to step up the game in order to try to catch up with Rev here. They are about in the same line count. Oh, both boards for Scouts, and Barrett is really getting up there. Oh no, there's a hang there for Barrett. I don't know if he's going to be able to get out there, but it gets a dirty Tetris to bring the board down. Okay, that's the kind of Tetris he needed to try to situate his board. Scout's also getting out of his situation as well, but this is just causing Barrett to slowly catch up to about less than 3 Tetrises. Barrett takes a nice triple, bringing it on over. There was another drought there above them, so there's a massive amount of droughts here in this seed right here that they're playing. And the bottom, William is now clean and sets up for a Tetris. Same thing for Rev. Again, very neck and neck game down in the bottom. They're about to reach the 100 line mark. Barrett and Scout, they're about to reach level 19 in roughly 10 more lines. Okay, Scout taking a triple. Okay, needs to bring the board down because transition is approaching. Transition for Barrett at 286. And Scout's about to transition at 329. Scout still in the lead, but Barrett can try to slowly catch up because he is a hyper tapper. He has more wiggle room here in the level 19 speeds versus a Game Scout's dash technique, which is very limited here. But he is setting efficiently and getting those Tetrises. 358,000 points for Game Scout, 315,000 points for Barrett. In the bottom, we're about to reach transition soon because they have hit the 100 line mark. Rev is ahead in lines by about four lines just because of the push down that he's been doing earlier in level 18. Nice burn there to open up the wall. Waiting now for a long bar. Will Rev get a long bar? Because right now he was experiencing a drought, gets the long bar, gets a Tetris. Now it's time to see how WD Subia deals with this drought himself. Because there was a drought that Rev was experiencing, and because he was pushing down, that lets Subia know that there is a drought coming. In the top, 378,000 points for Game Scout, 358,000 points for Barrett. Barrett slowly closing in the lead, about less than a Tetris now in the lead. Sorry, behind. Multiple dependencies there for Game Scout, for Barrett. Trying to bring this board down while Game Scout's board is nice and clean. Nice burn there, nice split burn there. Almost up to be Tetris ready. Needs something for the, okay, takes a safety triple. Barrett's board is just climbing higher and higher. Hangs a piece. Oh, that might just be GG's for Barrett. And Game Scout takes game number 1. GG's up there. Transition already in the bottom. About 500K transition for Rev. Okay, if they're ready on the top, quick thumbs up, and then we'll go ahead and count them down. But in the bottom, very close game right now. Another drought the Rev is experiencing. And it looks like they're ready. So let's go ahead and count down on the top in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Okay, in the bottom, Rev is really dealing really good with this drought right now, but there's some multiple hangs there for WD Subia. He's going to need to score some Tetris. Oh no, but there's a hang there, a little bit of a spire there for Rev. Can Rev get out of this situation? He is down stacking it really well. Oh no, there's WD Subia fails the 5-tapper. He's not able to get the long bar over and tops out at 573. So Rev at 628 takes game number 2 and is at match point. WD Subia needs to win all 3 games to move on to the next round. This is showing us the power that sometimes the basic playstyles of DAS is not dead and can still play against like top rollers. Okay, when they get their seeds, we'll go ahead and get ready to start the bottom once they're seated up and ready to go. Match point again in the bottom. Game 2 already on top. And do we have seeds verified? Yes, we do. We got a thumbs up. So game number 2, game number 3, match point for Rev. WD Subia needs to win all 3 games. So game number 3, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And in the top right now, Scout dealing with a massive drought right now. I don't know if he's able to get out of this, but the drought is still climbing. Oh, okay, finally gets the long bar. Now let's see how Barrett deals with this drought himself. How is he going to get out of it? There you go. They faced a 24-piece drought, and it looks like Barrett was able to get out of it. Of course, with how intense their games are, it's really crashing this stream because Barrett is stuck at that 24-piece drought counter, even though we know he's not stuck there. We'll do a quick refresh after the next set of games, but that's fine. All we got to see is just the score here. 112,000 points for Game Scout, 153,000 points for Barrett. Barrett winning by about 2 Tetrises.
14-4. Station 4, let's have K1 Shadow and Ricky Dons.
WD Subia's tournament life on the line. So wonder how much of his gameplay is going to be changing, because right now he is experiencing a bit of a drought and got out of it. He is in the lead by about 1,000 points. So very neck and neck game, and down in the bottom. On the top, Game Scout in the slight lead. Also very neck and neck game on the top. Actually, all games here is neck and neck.
Station 6, 6.
Game Scout taking the burn, the long bar show, so he was not able to utilize it for a Tetris, but uses it to help open up the wall on the right. There's a long bar for a Game Scout and a Tetris. The Game Scout behind roughly about 2 Tetrises now. 215,000 points for a Game Scout, 257,000 points for Barrett. In the bottom, we have 116,000 points for Rev, 155,000 points for WD Subia. WD Subia is winning by about 2 Tetrises now, roughly 2 Tetrises. Over 2 Tetrises now with that Tetris, but it looks like both of them are using the long bar for the Tetrises for themselves. The board on Rev's side is more flat, which is more accommodating than WD Subia's board. Is a little bit dependent. Might be setting up for a center wall here, center wall dirty, but goes ahead and just takes a triple because another drought is happening there for WD Subia, but it looks like he's able to get out of it. Rev is trying to get out of this situation, waiting for a long bar now. Is set up to be Tetris ready. There's a long bar, there's a Tetris. 288,000 points for Game Scout. Game Scout has a dependency in column 2, but blocks it with a J. Now he's going to have to do some burning to try to get the board situated. We are about to reach the 100 line mark on the top, so transition will be approaching very soon. Game Scout looks like he's going to go ahead and try to get the board situated, so before transition happens, Barrett this while has taken about a Tetris lead now. Still not set up to be Tetris ready, waiting for a long bar. Trying to get himself Tetris ready. Now there's a long bar, there's a Tetris for Barrett. 320,000 points for Game Scout, 361,000 points for Barrett. On the bottom, very neck and neck game still, 220,000 points for Rev and 244,000 points for WD Subia. WD Subia is winning by about 2 Tetrises. This is the kind of lead he really wants right now to make sure that he's gonna not be eliminated in this round because tournament life is on the line for WD Subia. Oh, a little bit of a Z-hang there for Barrett. I don't know if Barrett's able to get out of this, but transition is about to approach soon. Game Scout's about 10 more lines to transition. His board is nice and clean now. And his Tetris ready, waiting now for a long bar. There's a long bar, there's a Tetris. Takes the lead now, 398,000 points to Barrett's 392. Oh, Barrett's board is not looking kind of good right now, but there's a long bar to bring some kind of relief for those split double burn. Few more thousand, Barrett slowly catching up. 423,000 transition there for a Game Scout. Oh no, WD Subia's board is about to top out. No, he's not able to take the lead there and now is eliminated. And Rev takes the sweep. Rev will move on to the next round. GG's to Rev. And then the top transition, we have level 19 speeds here. 457,000 points for a Game Scout and 415,000 points for Barrett. Game Scout is about winning about a little over about 2 Tetrises now. Taking some of these burns. Will Game Scout get a Tetris here? Barrett with a double well, takes some of those burns, necessary burns, but now goes ahead and just takes a triple. Did not want to set up because the board is getting pretty high for him. Okay, so, oh no, Game Scout's board is starting. Oh no, gets a Tetris. This could be salvageable if he does a lot of flat burns. Nice pieces there. Nice long bar flat. I think he's actually gonna get out of this. Takes the burn. Oh, gets the pieces over to the left. Getting down here. Oh my God, he's about to downstack out of the situation. Takes more burns. With this, it looks like Barrett was not able to capitalize on this that much because he's still in the score lead. Oh no. A little bit of a shift there for the, hangs the, I don't know if that's GG's right now. Oh. And Game Scout tops out at 515, so Barrett just used one more Tetris to catch up. He could line this out. 9,000 more points for Barrett. Few more burns will do it, and that single, he wins by 40 points, and this is a little bit of a mull in there. So game number 2 goes to Barrett. GG's. and let the game catch up.
Hey, everybody in chat saying nowadays way too loud.
The audio? Yeah.
Did you already lower it?
I don't have the chat with me, so yeah, they lowered it. Let me know. Let me
yeah,
know.
Yeah, because like Vandy and Sharky were like, oh, it's too loud. It's in the red.
It
It's all
is?
good now, right?
Okay. Yeah, it should be good. Let me know if it gets too loud because I can't see the chat.
Oh, yeah, because even when I was listening to it, because I just ate right now, it was like, it's
Oh, okay.
really loud.
Okay, so the game 2 in the 2-player scene has finally caught up. So now it looks like they're ready for game number 2. Sorry, 3. Man, I'm losing count here. So game number 3 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So now they are 1-1. There is no sweep that's going to be happening here in this round between Game Scout and Barrett. Tetris for Game Scout. Barrett not able to utilize that long bar for a Tetris. And now just getting some unlikely O's. Okay, there's a long bar, there's a Tetris for Game Scout. Winning by about 2 Tetrises in the lead right now. This is very early on in the game. Very neck and neck game early on here.
Versus Melvin Canales on station 6.
Oh, there's a, not sure if that was an intentional hang there by a Game Scout. Probably trying not to build any dependency in the middle. But is setting up for a dusty Tetris down the middle. Only if he could get the long bar. Does get the long bar, but blocks it the moment the long bar shows. Probably trying to take the burn because he didn't want to risk the long bar not showing up. That is the brutality of classic Tetris because of these pure RNG. You just never know when you're going to get that long bar. And with that, because Barrett has now taken the lead by roughly 1.5 Tetrises now. And make that 2.5 with that Tetris. And while Game Scout's still trying to get Tetris ready, has a long bar dependency in column 7. Sorry, column 8. And is actually set up for a column 8 Tetris. Will the long bar show? And the answer is yes. Tetris for Game Scout. 133,000 points for a Game Scout. 190,000 points for Barrett. Barrett is now set up to be Tetris ready and gets a Tetris. Game Scout gets a long bar and Tetris. They're both about in the same piece sequences now. And there's a Tetris for Barrett, taking about a 3.5 Tetris lead. 235,000 points for Barrett. 157,000 points for a Game Scout. And if you're wondering, that name Game Scout, he does make a lot of classic Tetris videos in YouTube. So for anyone who's ever curious about the world of Tetris, feel free to watch all of his YouTube channels because they have really good information, all the events usually they talk about. And yeah. Ooh, okay. Game Scout was dealing with a drought. Kind of a scary board, but can get it down if he gets the right specific pieces. Needs a Z there, but goes ahead and just fills it up with a J. Oh no, an early shift. I don't know if he's going to be able to get anything in the left. An O would be perfect if it shows. Where is it? It doesn't show, and early tops out at 192. So Barrett at 333,000 points takes game number 2. So now Barrett is on match points. Game Scout's going to need to win both of his games in order to move on to the next round. So once they are ready, once I see a thumbs up on screen, we can go ahead and move on. I see a thumbs up, so let's go ahead and start game number 4 for both of them. Starting in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And we start off with a Z, meaning that you're going to need to tuck a piece in there, and it was a T. So, we got some slight simul stacking there from the start, but already diverging after some sets of pieces. Early drought, but able to handle it. Scout takes a little bit of a safety burn into a Tetris. Okay, tied game, roughly tied, but Game Scout does do some pushdown points, so now it has a 26-point lead. Okay, there's an LJ dependency in the in there for a Game Scout. Oh, but fills it with neither, and now is a very dependent board. Both of them are kind of in trouble right now. Oh, well, the pieces come for Barrett. There you go. Nice burn there for Barrett. Reopens up the well. Game Scout has a dependency in column 3, but fills it in with a long bar. Not able to get a Tetris yet. Barrett's about a Tetris in the lead. Now these two are going to be going ahead and exchanging Tetrises and exchanging leads back and forth. 59,000 points for Game Scout and 81,000 points for Barrett. Game Scout's now set up to be Tetris ready, waiting for the long bar. Does some quick taps there to try to get that J over. Uh-oh, they're starting to, there was another drought both of them are experiencing, and Game Scout's board is just not looking solvable right now. Overshifts a J there. Now needs to try to bring this down because that could almost be GG's for him, but is bringing it down. With that though, Barrett has been taking the 2 Tetris lead now. 78,000 points for Game Scout and 156,000 points for Barrett. Barrett has been playing a little bit more efficient with that 51% Tetris rate versus a Game Scout 17% Tetris rate. And another drought has been forming here. Let's see how both of them deal with it. Game Scout deals with it perfectly fine, gets a long bar in the Tetris, so does Barrett. Both of them able to manage those, but now we're getting some early dash shifts again from Game Scout. Is he able to bring this down and start scoring Tetrises? He did put a long bar all the way to the right, meaning that he's going to have to do some more burns to try to reopen up that well. Okay, Game Scout had to put the square over there because did not want to make 2 long bar dependencies. And with that, he's just behind by about 4 Tetrises now. This is Scout's tournament life and on the line here. Okay, with that long bar, it was not a Tetris, but only a split triple. But now it got a Z, just starting to create more holes here. But it is starting to down stack this fine. They are about in the 77 line mark here, so transition again at 130 lines, so they're over halfway towards there. Looks like Game Scout might be setting up for a row 1 dirty Tetris. Will he get the long bar? Has an LJ dependency. Now it's set up for a long bar. There it is, finally a Tetris for Game Scout. 155,000 points for Game Scout versus Barrett's 266,000 points. Barrett's winning by roughly 5 Tetrises. Uh-oh, but Barrett is experiencing a drought right now, and soon Game Scout will be facing that same drought as well. Oh, there's a little bit of a spire of that J there. Oh, starting to spire his board, but it looks like he's trying to flatten it down for Game Scout. There's a long bar in simul Tetris for Game Scout and Barrett. Okay, 186,000 points for Game Scout, 322,000 points for Barrett. We've just reached the 100 line mark, so that means transition is approaching very soon for both of them. Barrett trying to set up to be Tetris ready. There's a long bar, there's a Tetris. He's not looking happy with his board, but he was able to get a Tetris. But it does look like his board is a little spiky, a little bit dependent, while Scout's board is nice and flat, sloping left to right. The kind of board you want for an accommodating stack. Of course, we are experiencing another drought, but Barrett deals with it, so does Scout. 20 more lines until transition. Tetris for a Game Scout. Tetris for Barrett. 243,000 points for Game Scout. 372,000 points for Barrett. Barrett is about 5.5 Tetris in the lead now. Scout having to take some burns. This is just probably going to extend the lead for Barrett. Barrett is here seated at number 6, while Game Scout is seated at number 11. So he was second to the last in this one, but he's still showing that he could still hang with Barrett here. Transition is approaching. Tetris for Game Scout. One more Tetris until transition for both of them. And it looks like Game Scout is trying to set up for a Tetris. Oh, he is setting one up. Will the long bar show he has only one more line into transition? 448 transition for Barrett. 299,000 point transition for Game Scout. Game Scout's gonna need to step the pedal to the metal now to try to win this game. But nice dusty Tetris there by Game Scout. 324,000 points for Game Scout. 454,000 points for Barrett. Barrett has more leeway to get out of 19 situations because he is a hyper tapper, whereas the dash limitations for Game Scout is going to have to make very efficient stacking here. Will he get... Oh no, his board's starting to look a little bit climbing up there. Okay, Game Scout is going to have to start down stacking. He's not set up to be Tetris ready yet, but has a long bar for relief there. Oh, Game Scout is setting up for a dusty Tetris and gets it. 365,000 points for Game Scout, 502,000 points for Barrett. Okay, but Game Scout's board, nice and accommodating. Now it's set up to be Tetris ready. There's a long bar, there's a Tetris, 394,000 points for Game Scout. Game Scout's board slightly messy, so is a Barrett, but it looks like Game Scout might be slowly catching up. Oh, but the left side, oh no. That might be GG's for Game Scout. Where is this long bar? Gets it over, but I don't know if he's able to recover that board with that. So at 515 or at 519 points, Barrett takes game number 4 and the match. GG's, GG's.
McLovin and Aaron Eduardo to station 6. Station 6. McLovin and Aaron Eduardo to station 6. Rubicon and Hadley to station 7. Rubicon and Hadley to station 7.
Can we get Tetris time? Big Dave, Oscar, and Jordan on stage for the semifinals. Sorry, for round number 2.
How's it set up? Here, I'll help with the OBS.
Testing, testing. Boom, Tetris for you.
Yeah, we got the great Chris Tang here going to be commentating the top 8, the quarterfinals.
So here we are in Phoenix, Arizona, CTWC Desert Regional 2025 top 8. Let's go.
So how's the Game On Expo for you so far?
Hot and challenging like usual, but it's been a great show so far. It's bigger and better than ever. Way more square feet on the floor, and then they put up this nice big wall so that the vendors don't get bothered by our commentary or any of the wrestling or things like that. So we don't get bothered by the rock band tournament, which is kind of nice, and the concerts. So,
I heard they were so loud that they're actually doing an outdoor concert now.
oh wow! So yeah, some of the I guess challenges we had in the past are now part of the past, and we can move forward. And you all can hear us online when we're doing our stream.
Yeah, it looks like we're now, instead of competing with the music, we're competing with multiple announcers for the multiple tournaments happening here.
How about the esports now? So show them your spirit with classic Tetris.
Show how loud we can be.
Boom, Tetris for you. And yeah, we know our top 8 now. Local favorite, Big Dave, emerging victorious, representing the area. Just a fixture here for our Desert Regional. Big Dave going up against what I would like to call the re-rising of the Tetris time. We first saw him as a table tapper, but Tetris time has evolved now with the rolling play style. And I'm here next to another table tapper.
Yeah,
Ninja.
If I didn't get eliminated by Big Dave, it looked like Tetris Time and I would have had another match, as you saw last week in Washington.
Right, yeah, Washington. So here's what I find interesting. Tetris Time might be one of our first players to farm the regionals, doing 3 weeks back-to-back, starting in Washington with a victory, and now here in Phoenix, Arizona. Tetris Time looking for a second regional under the belt, and you gotta respect the effort and the work ethic going into that, because you're not just investing in whatever prize comes out of it. You're actually gaining experience. You're farming experience here in Classic Tetris.
Yeah, this is what they call a redemption arc for Tetris Time, trying to show the Tetris community that he is here and he's going to be a challenge in the CTWC 2025 in Pasadena.
Reborn as a roller. How far will Tetris Time go? And on the bottom, we've got Jordan and Subia. Jordan with an amazing Tetris record going into this. Was that Oscar or Subia? It's Oscar. Okay, that got updated. Oscar, another favorite here, coming to our Desert Regional year after year, hailing from Mexico, an international competitor.
Yeah,
he was here at the Desert.
He will be competing in the Mexico Regional coming up very soon. So, just like Tetris Time, Oscar is getting his regional reps here.
Yeah, get those regionals in, gain experience. I mean, even when I went back to the NWC way back in 1990, I started in Oakland, lost to Robin, went to LA twice. Going to more regionals will give you that experience when you finally get that big win.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and it looks like Oscar and Jordan, they're going to have another rematch from last year. This time early in the quarterfinals instead of the semis.
That's right. Yeah, Oscar always running deep here in the Desert Regional. Always usually, they'll definitely top 4 or top 2.
Mm-hmm. Can he, it's the fifth time, I don't know how many times we've been
almost every time.
Every time. Will this be the time Oscar is going to make it to the finals and win it?
Yeah, Oscar's performance, I think it was either last year or the year before, just so close. I think last year was Scooty, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Oscar just getting so close to the victory. But Scooty's not here this year, so it's going to be one of these, those that came out for it or a local favorite, so it's going to be interesting.
Okay, so it looks like their warm-up is finishing up. Oscar and Jordan looks like they're seated up and ready, and it looks like Tetris Time is about to top out, so we can go ahead and start our first set of quarter-final matches. And
top 8.
while they're finishing up warm-up, I'm just gonna say it's been an honor always commentating with you. We did get to commentate at the Tetris Effect Connected World Championship.
That's right. That was an honor commentating with you. I really appreciate what you've done for the community.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Like I said, everybody finds their place, and whether they can contribute with commentary, being a player, doing more. We always find a way to do our best for the community.
Yeah, and now we're doing it here live in the Game On Expo in Phoenix, Arizona. So everybody, are you ready for the quarterfinals?
CTWC Desert, Phoenix, Arizona, are you ready? Woo! All right, let's count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
Am I allowed to do the echo with you? Simon echo?
I don't mind. All right, here we go. So yeah, Big Dave, local favorite, up on top. A fixture here in our Desert Regionals versus Tetris Time, looking to farm another region back-to-back weeks. Will Tetris Time be able to pull it off? We've got Jordan on the bottom. Amazing Tetris record. Like, we've had a lot of, I don't even know where the list starts, but very powerful players have fallen to Jordan, and Oscar's definitely under threat here, but Oscar also here year after year, gaining that experience and looking for that first regional victory here.
So Jordan, early
top out for Big Dave. Tetris Time getting one for free. Big Dave saving up that power. Sometimes it's better to get the nerves out early.
He is facing Tetris Time, one of our top 8 in one of the CTWCs. So, are they ready for the next game?
All right, got a thumbs up. All right, we're counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Tetris. Starts off with a T now. And on the bottom, it looks like Oscar is just taking this about 3 Tetris lead. We love Tetris Champs giving us these stats count here.
Yeah, it makes our job a little bit easier. I remember when I had to count the Tetrises mentally. I don't have to do that anymore. Well, I'm still prepared to do it if need be. But yeah, they're both building and Tetrising. Both are set up. Boom, simul Tetris. Jordan and Oscar. Oscar with 2 Tetris lead now. And Jordan catching up a little bit with that other, but now they're going back and forth here. Oscar still in the lead. But they're both using the long bars every time hit that Tetris.
Oh, nice placement of those pieces for Big Dave. Had an LJ dependency, fills it with a J, tucks, gets another piece with an L, and Tetris ready.
Yeah, Tetris Time doing great building here, just knocking down mostly Tetrises, 84% Tetris rate. Really trying to optimize. Tetris Time being one of those players that takes a lot of risks.
Even as a tapper, he was always playing very risky.
And there are memes about it. Tetris Time would either completely destroy you or would top out early, and kind of like that YOLO play style, but with hyper tapping powers. And now he's got the rolling powers, so we'll see what the effect of that here.
Yeah, and look at that aggression there. Tetris Time is stacking very high. Probably wants to set up for a dirty Tetris, but no, goes ahead and brings it down.
Ready for a double, and we'll get a Tetris at the next long bar. Dave needing to get some fills, gets that Tetris.
Yeah.
Can probably solve that with a good tuck there. It does. Opens it back up. A little bit of dig there. It's got a lot of Tetris time to get into the bigger lead here, being only a Tetris apart.
And the bottom, Oscar and Jordan dealing with a drought. Jordan was able to get a Tetris with that long bar, but Oscar was not.
Good build for Jordan, keeping that clean, doing the tuck, making sure to be Tetris ready when the long bar came, and scoring off of that one. 4 Tetrises behind, so Oscar off to a really strong start here. 400,000 at 80 lines. This is going to be a monster score for Oscar. Tetris Time building up way high, waiting for that tuck. Now needs a long bar to complete. But where is it?
Yeah, just waiting for it. Trying not to do any burns. He is experiencing a drought, a very massive drought.
Triple into the Tetris. Tetris Time, waiting to the last moment. Takes a lot of guts to do that, but you can profit if you wait and get that Tetris.
Yeah, because with the power rolling, you can get away with all those piece maneuverability.
Yeah, that's confidence. When you know you can maneuver, then you can wait till the last second and bail
Okay.
yourself out.
And now Dave is experiencing the same drought, but he has a more lower board, so he's able to deal with that. That 20-plus piece drought right there.
But gets out of it and is going to get a column 9 Tetris if the long bar comes.
Ooh, Centerwell Tetris there for Tetris time. And going to go for another one.
Yeah.
And he's just taking this commanding lead. About 7.5 Tetrises in the lead now.
Yeah, that efficiency really shining and the ability to play higher and take more risks.
I mean, Tetris time is living up to the name Tetris. You don't just name yourself Tetris if you're not a high top-tier player.
On the bottom, Oscar continuing this dominating score, 564,000 points and only 113 lines. This is going to be a great transition for Oscar here, making a statement here in the first round in top 8.
Yeah, Oscar has been telling me, because we are like neighbors, we are buddies in California, he has been doing a lot of things like physically to help himself get ready to have the stamina to play this efficiently.
610,000 points. 2 Tetrises to give before transition.
Oh, nice adjustment there for Oscar.
Not sure if there's any round this strong in round 0, but
yeah,
it's going to be a huge transition score. Not even there yet.
Yeah, 554 transition for Jordan. Oscar will be transitioning very, very soon.
Going to do it with the Tetris if the long bar comes.
Yeah, there
and
it is.
there it is. Boom! Tetris for Oscar. 659 transition.
Wow, a nice 659 transition
Great
for
board
Oscar.
state. Jordan's got a little bit of cleaning up to do, but still in it. I mean, this is actually a great transition score for Jordan as well, but Oscar just so dominant here early on. Tetris time building up so high. Boom, Tetris for Tetris time.
Oh, Tetris there for Jordan, trying to close in the gap, but he's going to have to play very aggressive. Oh, look at that adjustment. He's setting up for a dirty Tetris.
Centerwell Tetris here if the pieces agree.
Keeping it open. Give him the long bar.
And there it is. Boom, Tetris for Jordan. 632. Great score for both here, but Oscar just 84% Tetris rate this deep into transition. It's just crazy. Really keeping up that consistency. Same with Tetris time. 7 Tetrises ahead of Big Dave. Big Dave playing great, but just Tetris time's aggression here really showing.
Yeah. Oscar, just looking at his Tetris rate also, he's at an 81% Tetris rate, so he's very, very, very efficient right now.
Yeah, this is a strong game. Here's one to watch. This definitely, I mean, Oscar's always been a strong player, but seeing something this precise out the gate, it's a great way to start the top 8 here.
Jordan is
Jordan
waiting for the long bar. There goes.
Gets
Takes
the
a
long
triple
bar.
Wow, that was so scary. That was about to top out.
That's what you got to do if you're that far behind. Get the Tetris if you can. Oh, but that, not able to burn that down easily. He's going to have to take a good piece sequence. Takes a triple off the top into the Tetris.
Okay, but now he's going to have to do some burning to clean it up. And this is what Oscar's probably going to use because his board is nice and clean and Tetris ready.
And boom, Tetris for Oscar. He's going to have to take some lines off the top there. But it's about to hit max out.
Yeah, early max out for Oscar very soon.
Going to be a very early max out here. Well, we're at 25 now. Could be a 26 max out.
Oh, a hang for Jordan, but gets attention to bring the
Ooh,
board
mess
down.
for Jordan. Jordan's going to have to do some digging. Wants to get the board in a better state for former kill screen, thrill screen. Oh, wow. Really tall, dirty Tetris there for Jordan.
Yeah, and a Tetris there for Oscar. A slightly dirty Tetris for Oscar. One more Tetris until a max out.
That's right.
And there it is. Max
Boom,
out
max out for Oscar.
And he's still going.
Yeah, level 26.
Oh, Jordan's about to reach thrill screen very soon.
Yeah, Jordan wants to get that board in better shape. Even with the power of rolling, that is a dicey board. Oh, that left side's going to be a problem.
He could still get something over, but no, another hang.
A lot of dependencies forming. Nice, gets it over to the left. That's going to be a little bit more survival.
But another hang of the
But
Z.
yeah, that cover there, it's going to require perfect pieces, and I don't think they're going to come. Oscar with such a great, commanding game.
Oscar, show us how far you can go.
Maxed out long before kill screen there.
Gets a 1.1.
Non-Mullen that.
Yeah. And Tetris time's about to Mullen as well. I mean,
oh, yeah, there goes Big Dave topping out, and Tetris time taking that round. Also, dominant screen didn't have the time to max out, but level 26, 873 was bound to happen. So Tetris Time taking the second round and match point there up on top.
And because of these top outs, I guess we could do another simul start when
Yeah,
they're
we can do
ready.
a simul start.
Oh. Barrett, I think we disconnected.
Well, maybe because I'm running this off my phone.
Oh yeah.
I have to listen. I have to listen to the stream, and no one else. The only way I can listen to the stream is off my phone.
Okay. We are back though. We're back.
I need to. We're back. You guys can try.
Check, check. Mic check. Boom, Tetris for everyone.
Okay.
I still hear the stream. I think the stream's still up.
Okay. Okay, so do we have thumbs up for everyone? Yes, we do.
Okay, we're
Okay.
gonna get that simul start going. We're on different rounds, so it's match point up there for Big Dave's tournament life on the line, and on the bottom, Oscar is up 1.
And we'll go ahead and get them started in
In
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris!
Tetris.
Yeah, that was some intense game there for both players, just trying to one-up each other.
Oscar definitely playing a near perfect game there for Oscar.
Yeah,
Just showing how well you can perform.
and how efficient he is as well. And nothing to Dave, like I just trying to keep up there with Tetris Time, with the DAS playstyles is very impressive. Also with Big Dave, it was an honor to lose to Big Dave here.
Yeah, Big Dave, DAS player, playing year after year here in Phoenix.
Last year he did make it to the semifinals against Blue Scooty, so nothing.
That's right.
Nothing to sneeze about Big Dave. He is a top tier player as well here at Arizona.
Yeah, performing against legends like Blue Scooty and now Tetris Time. The new improved Tetris Time, now with rolling capability.
Yeah, no more tapping. Former table tapper.
Okay, now Jordan in the lead early on.
Yeah, Oscar taking some burns to keep his board accommodating, causing Jordan to take some leads there.
Yeah, both players were waiting for a long bar, but they get it. Bang down to Tetris. Up on top. Tetris Time with a very interesting setup there with a disjointed block. You don't see too often.
A hanging Mino. Oh, but nice split double. LJ dependency, fills it in with an L.
Yeah, it's going to do some burning there. Right now we're kind of neck and neck up on top. Big Dave wanting to stay in this, so must win this round to stay in the match.
Yeah, sometimes Tetris Time's aggression can bite him a little bit, especially if he gets droughted.
That's right. That's one thing that over time, we will notice over time, Tetris Time, whether or not the YOLO play style and early top outs still happen, or if the rolling ability might have mitigated that completely. So it's still a scary opponent to go up against, someone who's able to take those risks and survive.
Yeah.
Oh, early top out for Jordan.
Uh-oh, early top out.
So there's a slight chase down here.
Tetris will do it, but completely line-outable.
Not the best board state for Oscar.
I think there was a drought that did Jordan in.
Well, Oscar looking to get some more lines, only 8,000 points to go.
Yeah, Oscar dealing with this drought. No
Yeah,
long
not
bar.
ideal pieces, so he's going to get a few more burns. Probably get that double there with the right pieces. Pieces just not cooperating. Gets a double.
Yeah, 29-piece drought and counting.
And right on the line. Now, what would happen if Oscar just topped out there? That'd be a tie,
think
wouldn't it?
It would be tied.
Yeah,
And
that'd be. We don't get that too often.
I know. I do know in some fighting games, you know, both gets a heart when you get a double KO.
Oh, that's right.
So do we give them the double heart if there's a same?
I don't know. I guess we'd have to ask High Command about that one.
Yeah.
How about it, Vince?
We have our CEO here, our president of CTWC. Do we have a ready in the bottom? Yes, it looks like thumbs up. So
Okay,
they're ready to start.
All right, 5, 4,
4,
3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Tetris.
So yeah, now Jordan's tournament life on the line. Jordan known for maybe having some upsets against some high-profile players. Oscar definitely. I remember there was a time when Oscar was like one of the last to make gold bracket at CTWC in Portland a couple of years ago. Took out Jeff.
Yeah.
I'll just remember that one.
That was a good story for Jeff having Qual make it gold. I think he was practically the oldest person in the
It
gold
was like a
bracket.
DAS, right? It was both a DAS and an old guard sort of like victory for even having Jeff get that far. But yeah, Oscar
Played the villain
powerful
and
player.
eliminated him.
Yeah. Jordan building up high, bangs down the Tetris. And up on top, we got a similar situation. Dave fighting for his tournament life. A couple of Tetrises behind Tetris Time. Tetris Time also building up high and trying to really maximize the board state and get every Tetris possible. 18-piece drought. Yeah, this drought is really going to test these players. Oh, slight misshift there.
Oh, but nice double to open up the well and a Tetris for Tetris Time.
Tetris Time banging down another Tetris, but we'll have to deal with that hole in a bit. May choose to build on top, but no, decides to burn it down, taking that double. We are neck and neck on the bottom, Jordan and Oscar. Matching each other in score, Jordan needing to take this round to stay in the match and the tournament.
Oh my gosh, the seeds on the top there, I'm just seeing multiple droughts.
Yeah. And you can really tell, like, Tetris Time is trying to do his best to keep the board in a Tetris-ready state,
Yeah.
but the pieces are not cooperating,
Yeah,
and that is actually allowing Dave to have a more consistent board here.
That was a 497 transition for Tetris Time. Pretty low compared to the top player, but that just shows you how rough the seeds were for him.
Yeah, sometimes that stylistic difference will make the difference in how neat the players' boards are getting here, but in transition, you really want to have a safer board. Dave is in a bit of trouble having, playing DAS and playing up that high. Fighting for his life here, needing better pieces, and that looks like it's going to be a top out. Tetris Time is going to take the round and the match.
Yeah, the pole vault was not enough to get that piece over.
So once
Good
again,
games to Big
great
Dave.
seeing Big Dave here in Arizona again, representing.
And hope to
Always
see
placing-
him at CTWC. He's such a nice fellow.
Always placing high here in the regionals, year after year. One of our earliest regular desert players. And on the bottom, we are virtually neck and neck here. So Jordan standing a much better chance here. Now with the lead. Oh, a Vitz from Oscar. A Vitz done both for flex and for keeping the board neat. You love to see it. The vertical I-tuck setup, sliding that long bar. A bit of OCR weirdness going on there on Jordan's board, but
Yeah.
I assure you everything is fine.
Yeah, those hanging Minos was actually, I found out that's the mouse cursor capturing.
Oh.
So if
So
you're
it
doing
thi-
what
it thinks, yeah, okay.
it thinks it's a Mino, but it's just a mouse cursor.
Boom, Tetris for Jordan.
Jordan's still in the lead.
Approaching the 100 line mark. So pretty good scores going in.
Okay, Oscar needs something there for the left. Makes it a dependency, not waiting for the J.
Yeah, left well here for Oscar. He's
Yeah.
gonna take it. But in a day full of droughts. There's another one. Okay, gets it. Does a single into the Tetris. Keeps the left well. And Jordan ready to score with the next long bar, but has
Oh, a little bit of a hang there. Oh, did not fit. Get like a Vitz kind of setup there.
yeah, it's gonna have to clear that out.
Okay, nice long
Right
bar flat.
pieces.
Oh, no,
very
another hang.
jagged. Hang's haunting Jordan, needing to get better pieces to get out of this situation.
Okay, but he's making do with it.
Okay.
Oh.
LJ gets one of them.
Oh, no.
Not misses the tuck, and that's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Oscar with a slight lead at the end. We've got sweeps on both top and bottom. Oscar winning the match on the bottom, and Tetris Time taking the match on the top. But Jordan, great performance going in.
And GG's to all of them. So Oscar moves on again to the semis.
Yep, Oscar, always placing high, is going to move on. Tetris Time also advancing, looking to get that second regional, is well on his way. Oh, okay.
Oh, and so now Oscar will be facing Tetris Time. I believe the last time they faced one-on-one was in Vegas in 2022. So this is a long time coming. I think Tetris Time has always wanted to face Oscar in a live setting.
Yeah, that's really interesting because when we first saw Tetris Time burst onto the scene, it had a different play style, super aggressive, and that we still see that. But Oscar also going from dash to tap and roll. So these veterans now evolved, going through all of the play styles. How will this play out? But I love to see the story and players being great at the game already and then evolving even further. Both Tetris Time and Oscar showing that ability.